Hey guys, it's Laura's Design Studio. How about we do some UV resin jewelry today? I have a bunch of molds sitting over here that I haven't used yet. And I have some out on the table. I've got little cups out. These are the pigments specifically for UV resin. I'll use up the open bottle of resin rockers, and then I do have more UV resin over here. Like I said in the previous videos, when we do the New Year's Eve party, starting at 7 p.m. Central Time, New Year's Eve, I will be doing resin and 3 types of resin. That would be your 1-to-1 epoxy, fast cure. We are also going to do Resin Crete by J. Diction, which is like the ceramic resin. And then we will also be doing UV resin. So let's do some of that today. If you saw my haul from Resin Rockers, off to the side over here, I have my UV lamp. Unfortunately, I don't have the plug long enough so you guys can actually see the lamp. But I do have this that I hauled from Resin Rockers, which is their portable one. It is actually rechargeable. There's the cord. I think it's been charged. And this little black light, so to speak, is capable of doing different temperatures and different times, which is unusual for a normal UV lamp. So I thought we would just do some molds here, and we can test this out. And then I do have my bigger lamp over here for bigger items. So I've got 3 brand new flower molds here. These are the soft ones, and they're really nice little molds. So we'll do some of those. I will put some in a cup here. And let's see, we'll do the balloon dogs first. Let's see what we can do. Maybe make our balloon dogs let's do this green right here. It's called Country. Now I might have to open these because I don't, nope, that one's open. Okay, good. Maybe they came opened, which saves me from having to get a tack and stick it in there. Look at that green. I don't know exactly how much these little dogs take, but we're about to find out. They're a bigger mold. These are like for earrings or keychains, but they're really, really shallow. So here we go. Let's pour some in here. Definitely need more, but that's easy to reconcile. These are all molds I haven't really played with yet. So UV resin is normally what people would start off with. I did not back in the day because UV resin, I don't know, it wasn't as popular back then, I don't think, or at least I didn't watch channels that were doing a lot of jewelry stuff. I went in immediately and started doing the big items. Like I did full on 3-tiered trays, and I also did like bigger jewelry boxes, desk accessories, domino sets. That was one of my custom domino sets. I just not only found a domino set mold, but I found a mahjong set. Now, in the past, when I was reselling, okay, this is flashing red, so I may need to charge it, but we'll see how we can do this. If you're starting out, you can get a little black light, UV light. This one's an expensive one because it does have a bunch of other, settings, and it has timers and stuff like that on it. But I'll show you what just a cheap little black light looks like. And this is how you set. If you have like a UV nail lamp, those work. They're not as strong, so you might have to leave your resin in longer. You see that was a timer right there. Let's see. And with UV, you want to cure it on both sides. Like this is hard. This is pretty hard right now. But what I will do is turn it over and cure it from the back also. So because that side is hard already, you're not going to hurt anything by flipping it. This is what I do even under the lamp that I have over here. I currently have a J. Diction bigger size. It's longer and wider. But I also, in the past, have just used little cheap UV lamps. They work. Like I said, just might need to put it in longer. But I wanted to show you how this worked, and then I'll shove everything under my lamp because then I don't have to hold anything. These are really good if you're doing a large project, but you want to do some little items within that project with UV, like for example, animal eyes. You can set them with UV, that way they don't move when you pour your resin in. So the ones like this they come in handy for stuff like that, even if it's not totally a UV lamp. But I mean, shut that off. I'll go over here and grab a regular one like you can, and I'll show you. So this one, this is an older UV lamp, but it looks like a miniature flashlight. In the reseller world, you use this to go into your like antique stores or even at Goodwill or what, so that you can find jade and stuff like that. You use a UV lamp. But all right, these are nice and hard. There you go. You can make these into keychains. They have the hole at the top. Or earrings if you want big balloon dog earrings, but there you go. I will stick those over here off to the side. I'm actually going to turn my lamp on over there. So, there's balloon dogs. And if you get some on your mat like this, just cure it. Grab your lamp and cure it, and it will peel right off. So, okay, balloon dogs. Let's do these flowers. I got these recently. They take a little bit more. But we'll get another cup out here. And we'll do some flowers. Now, if you just want to do clear, you can just drop this right into a mold. You don't have to. But if you want color, you want to mix it in, then don't put the lid on one that has a lid. Yeah. They're really easy to use. I would suggest getting the pigments that are specifically for UV resin. You can use mica powders with them, and you can use alcohol inks, but you have to be very careful of the amount that you put in, because those types of things will stop your project from curing properly, where these are specifically made. These colors right here are specifically made for UV resin so that they cure properly. But these are just little flowers. If you're, a paper crafter, you can definitely use these on your projects. If you're a paper crafter, this could be something cool that you can do for embellishments. Let's see. I think we've made it. You can grab your alcohol, spray for bubbles. And then what I will do is I will just stick these underneath the UV light over here off to the side. This is a bigger one. It's and then I don't have to sit here and hold a UV light for you. And here's some mushrooms. This is a unique mold because you can do the inside or the outside or both. So it is a larger mold, but it is really shallow. So let's do I keep all my little molds for jewelry and stuff in a separate box than my big molds. Looks like we're getting low. Now what I do is I will cap this, and I will set this like this right over here. stand it up as I knock everything over. That way I can get every drop out of it. Because why? It's expensive. That's why. This is, I think, an orangey. Oh, this one is not open. Let me grab a thumbtack. Now watch it, because this will spray at you. Like always, I will tell you, do as I say, not as I do. You should probably be wearing, well, not probably, you should be wearing gloves and a mask. But like I said before, I have been doing resin for a long time. I am not allergic to it. I only work with certain resins, and those are low or no VOCs, food safe, no odor. We'll do the inside one. And you can put multiple colors in here. I'll do one like that here in a few. Always have baby wipes and paper towels. Those are your friend. Just turning on my light again over here. I reuse my sticks until I can't use them anymore. Now let's do the outside. I'll do both at once. Let's do this yellow here. UV resin, you have a long wait time, because until it hits a UV lamp, it is not cured. Now you do have to watch if you have sunlight coming in, because that's UV light, and yes, it will cure. That's another reason that I keep my lamp off to the side over here, so that it's not messing with any of the cups that I have here with resin in it. Knocking stuff over. All right, let's do this. Well, I thought I had it open. Apparently. There we go. That was my last of resin rockers. This one is one that I found on Amazon. I got 3 of these bottles with it, and it was like, I think, $10. And I've already used some of this, so it's a good one. It cures up fine, no problems. So I'm going to do 2 at once here and pour the outside mushroom at the same time. Make sure you get your resin around those little hangers so that you can put your jump ring or your hooks or something into, depending on what you're making. And I still have my lamp over here going. And I will stick this underneath now. And let's see, what other molds do I have here? We use that one. Oh, these are Tree of Life molds right here. They're for pendants or earrings. There's 3 different, I know it's hard for you guys to see. There's 3 different trees in there. So we can pour some of this. I can just reuse some of these colors that are still over here. I'll add a little extra resin to them. You can actually as long as you have it sitting where there's no light carrying it, you can definitely just continue to use these. Also with these that have like that etching, you can use just acrylic paint and put it on, let it dry. You don't have to be neat about it. You can make it messy and then use alcohol to take the excess off to clean the rest of the, let's see, I can do a purple one. I'll just reuse this one. I can put more pigment in it, or adding the more resin will just make it lighter, a lighter color. So I will do this. I need more purple, maybe. Scrape the cups, get every bit out of there that you can. I reuse my cups. Easiest way to clean these is let them cure under the lamp, and then you can peel it off. Just enough. I just saw out of the corner of my eye, my light went off, so I'll turn it back on. I just have things sitting under there now. This one didn't quite get up top here. Trying to get it around that little hook. And we can do it green. I will just sit here and pour a bunch of pieces, and then I have them ready to go for whatever occasion I may need them. Let's see. These aren't my favorite cups because they have the ridges in them, but they are cheap. I just don't know who decided that when you have resin like this, that you would want a ribbed cup. Doesn't make any sense, but that's okay. Just makes it harder to get all your resin out of it. There. I will throw this under the lamp. I'm just putting a bunch of different things under there. I'll pull them out and see if they're cured fully here in just a few minutes. And then once I get those Tree of Life ones done, I will show you what I mean if I can find my white acrylic paint. I moved everything around setting up for New Year's, and now I can't find half my stuff. I have this jellyfish mold, again, keychain, earrings, whichever. Let's see if I can get any more out of Resin Rockers. If not, we'll just throw that bottle away. I think we got all we're getting out of here. I think we're empty. Empty now. I'll just put some of this in here. It's all UV resin. It should be fine together. Okay, for you pink lovers. Yeah, I haven't opened it. This one's called Pop. Like I said, these are all from Resin Rockers. They had these specifically for UV resin, so I picked up the pack. You get quite a bit. Come on. Okay, well, through my finger is not the ideal thing. There. Oh, well, that's neon pink. Neon pink. It's called Pop. And just make sure you get it down into the little legs. Are they legs? Are they tentacles? What are they on a jellyfish? I know they're tentacles on an octopus. Make sure you get them all down in there. And let's check over here and see what we are doing. I'm turning some stuff upside down so that I cure it from the other side also. I'll set this over here waiting for its turn. And let's see, what other molds do I have? This mold would be great for little embellishments like dewdrops and stuff. You could make your own colors. So let's do some of these. You have different sizes here. Let's do, that's indie. What other colors do we have? Well, this one's called Funk. That was country. This one is called Reggae. It's a different color green. Or it looks green. Let's see if I can get this one open without putting the tack through my finger, like I just did. There we go. Okay. Definitely need more resin in there. Oh, this is like a aqua. And this one was called Reggae. So it definitely looks like an aqua color. Let's pour some of these little little bitty ones over here. UV resin, if you want to do some fast project, this is the way to go. Doesn't take a long time. You can get stuff done very quickly. If you need a last minute gift, 5 minutes and you can have yourself a pair of earrings. Let me check over here and see how we are doing under this UV light. Turn it back on. I'll put this one over here. And here are the flowers. So there's a flower. It came out of this little mold. This one I over poured, but that's easy to take care of. You just take your scissors and you can cut that right off. But there's another flower. And there's another one. And you can actually take paint and paint that inside. Paint your petals. You can paint these. No problem. Alright. Let's see, what other molds do I have over here? Here's a little moon and star earring mold. Well, let's use this resin that's sitting here still, had extra. We can do this one. Hit it for any bubbles with the alcohol. And you can put this under your lamp. Now, I got let's see. I'll do a few more and then I'll show you what we have left, what all came out of the mold under there. This mold right here, it just has a bunch of different shapes in it. You've got some crucifixes, you've got some stars, hearts, butterflies. These hearts up here, like that one has flames. This one has a drip. And this was a mold from Resin Rockers, so you can do all kinds of stuff with this one. Let's see, we have some of this color left. Let's just do, here, let's do a little butterfly right here. A lot of the molds like this are really nice because you do get the variety. So you can definitely do this for paper projects or whatever you need. And you get a bunch of different shapes at once. They don't have the holes in them for earrings, but you can, all you need is a little drill and you can put your own hole, or you could put a flat black back clasp on them. Let's see. Do this little star. Right now I'm just using up resin that I had left in cups. Let's see, here's another little star. I hope you guys join us for New Year's. We will have fun. If you want a link to come and join us, I have 7 spots still available. You can come and go as you please. All you gotta do is shoot me a text message, an email, Messenger on Facebook, Instagram, and that night I will send you a link. All you do is click on that link, and then you will come into what we refer to as the green room, and I will put you up live with us. You can craft, you can not craft. I like this one off over here. You can do whatever kind of crafts you want. You can just hang out and talk. Hopefully we have people in the chat to talk to also. We will be able to see everybody and their comments. So far it's myself, my PIC, you guys should know by now, Carrie's Crafts, Laura from Laura's Plans and Crafts, and myself. Right. Not quite enough for that heart. Easy to rectify. This was the one called Pop. Let's see if that's enough resin now. And I will be giving away all my projects that turn out that night. I will be doing 2 or 3 large projects, and then I will do some UV resin projects, so a little bit smaller projects, and then I will also do the Resin-crete, which is like the ceramic type. You guys will get to see that in action. I am just putting stuff over here, waiting on their turn under the lamp. I have a backlog right now. I'm turning one over. I just keep stuff stacked up over here. Here's a little bit larger butterflies. Let's pick a new color that we haven't used yet. Indie, folk. Oh, we have hip hop. Oh, why not? Let's try hip hop. This appears to be like a dark red, maybe. There we go. Let me turn my light back on over here because it went off. There we go. Yes, I have a mess on my table in front of you right now. But UV resin is easy to clean up. I can bring my lamp over here and cure everything and peel it off. Or I can just, that's not going to be enough, these are bigger. Or I can wipe it up with alcohol and baby wipes. This one's like a pinky red. I'll do this butterfly right here. All right, I'm gonna do, in this one, I am going to put some various colors that we have left here. Got some yellow. I'll just fill up these butterflies with what we have left. And then I will let you guys go after I show you the cured projects over here. Show you what all we made today. Just gonna scrape all the cups. There. Most of us that do resin, when we're doing larger projects, we always have these small molds around to put in anything we didn't use, because none of us like wasting resin. When you start buying resin, you'll understand that. And if you're gonna try it out, go for it. If you want to do something really simple that you just need minimal products for, grab a UV kit. They have them on Temu, and most of them come with glitter and a small UV nail lamp, and you'll get a bottle or two of resin. But it's an easy and inexpensive way to decide whether this is something you would like to do or not. I think the first kit I bought on Temu was like $13 or something, and it came with everything. It came with the UV lamp. It came with some glitters. It came with the resin. And you can just get started and see if it is something that you would like to do. You don't, they'll tell you, and I'll tell you, you should use, a mask and all that stuff. My only concern would be if you have an allergy to the resin. The only way you're going to find that out is if it gets on your skin and you develop like a rash or something. I'm going to go over here real quick and look for, see if I can find my acrylic paint real quick. If I can, I'll show you guys this. If I can't, I will definitely show you this on New Year's Eve. I'll figure out where my acrylic paint is. Oh, I think I just found it. I did. So, just white acrylic paint. You can use whatever color you want. I happen to have a bottle of white. And you're just gonna put it on there. Take a silicone tool or a foam brush, whichever. Work this down in. You can be messy, it's not gonna matter. All you're doing is filling the crevices in here, and you're gonna wipe it off. Either with a baby wipe or alcohol. You should let it dry. You see I'm just covering it. But even if you don't let it dry, you can, I'll show you what it will somewhat look like. You're just getting it into all the crevices here. And then I'm going to wipe over it. Let's grab some paper towel and alcohol here. Helps if you take off the lid. And there you go. Your tree, you let it dry, make it into whatever you want. Keychain, earrings, whichever. That's just an easy way to do. So really simple, just some whatever color you want, acrylic paint, and that's all you need. You can clean it up even more once it dries, because it will settle down into those crevices, and then you can wipe everything out. But there's the idea. So those are really cool. Here's the other two you could do the same thing with. Let's see how we're doing over here on our projects. Let's see. Let's check out our mushrooms, because I think they're the next one in line. No, I have a bunch of projects over here. Okay. There you go. And you can break these two apart. There's just some resin in there that right there that I over poured, and that's why it's being held together. But once you, or you could leave it like this. This mold is very versatile. Here's the one that you get the single and then the little mushroom. So there's that mold. Let's see. I'm going to turn our jellyfish over. Yeah. Well, I have paint sitting right here. Let's do this green one. Resin has always been the one. I've done lots of crafts. I have done just about everything under the sun. Back in the day, you know, macrame. I used to sell wreaths. I've done it all, but resin it's always been the one thing that I really, really love doing. Spray some alcohol on top of here. Grab a paper towel. Oops. Put the light back on. Yes, I'm looking, there it is, alcohol. Now I will clean these up even better after they dry, but just so you can get a feel for what this would look like. Like I said, you can use any color you want. You could do like a gold paint on these. Or a silver. There's another one. Like I said, I'll clean those up better later. After they dry, might as well that's it. I'm getting paint all over the place. Silicone matte, priceless. Make sure you have a silicone matte. I have several, you'll see over here. I have a large one underneath. This is actually my heat mat in between two silicone mats. They make for a very easy cleanup. Nothing sticks. It will take me longer to actually put all these bottles and everything back in their places than it will to clean up this mat. Just getting down in the crevices. This one has a little bit bigger crevices than the others. So you want to make sure you get down in there. And just wipe it off. Yeah. So again, this one I will clean up even better after it dries. But here is the idea. see what else we have done over here. Let me get... Before I start putting drop tack. Yeah. Definitely don't want to leave that laying around, because I will end up stepping on it. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Here's our jellyfish. How cute are these guys? You can do them in 2 colors. You have an edge right here that you could do the same thing with the white paint. There's some jellyfish. Let's see, we did the balloon dogs. I'm going to start putting these. I have trays back here that have my pigments, my alcohol inks, my chameleon powders. They all sit right back. You might, nope, I'm just off camera with them. But yeah. Okay, well, that lid has white paint all over it. Can't imagine why. So you can start off very cheaply doing this. Won't cost you hardly anything to get a kit, to try it out. You might have fun. Now, in case you are allergic or you absolutely hate doing this type projects, then of course, you know, you don't want to invest in a whole bunch of money. So I do not suggest anybody starting off, you know, doing large projects like I did back when I started. The reason I started that way is I didn't even know UV resin existed back then. I just saw people doing these very large projects, and I was like, I want to do those. That looks like fun. So, of course, I went out and bought, you know, all of the things. Oops, light. And I was doing very large projects. And I was doing custom projects. So then I got out of it for a while just because it was so expensive, and back then they didn't have all of the stuff that they have now. So, you know, after 24 hours, you find out that your project has completely failed. And when you're making big projects like that, I'm just going to throw all these away. When you're making big projects like that, that's a lot of money to have failed. Because, you know, 3 days later, when you finally unmold your project and you realize that, you know, it's no good, it can get expensive. But now with heat mats and debubblers and all of that kind of stuff, it makes it a little bit easier than it was. You know, I had never used a heat mat until, these last couple of projects after I got it from Temu. And definitely if you're going to do projects like that, I would, if you're doing something other than UV resin, I would definitely put it away. Invest in a heat mat at least, because I have now been able to, unmold my projects after 2 hours and find out if they are a success or a failure instead of waiting, 3 days. Also, I always spray my hands with alcohol because it's actually the easiest way to get resin and stuff off your hands. I am terrible about using gloves. I don't like them. I have lots of neuropathy, so it's hard for me to feel things anyway. And with gloves on, it's twice as bad. Let's see, what other projects do we have over here? We did the flowers. Here are, I'll flip these butterflies over. Flip those over. Flip the moons over. I still have a backlog of things to go under the heat lamp. But as soon as I'm done, I will. And you can clean up your molds with a little bit of alcohol or your baby wipes. Don't spray a ton of it on there. I'll put my, that way I know where my acrylic paint is for New Year's. And let's see, I can speed things up. These haven't gone into the, they were sitting by the lamp, but not in the lamp, so they're started to cure already because they were sitting beside the lamp. Oh no, that one's full of resin still. I thought that was more cured than it was, obviously. Put that back in there. UV is forgiving. We're gonna need that. I thought that end was closer. Apparently not. And I always suggest cure it from the bottom as well as the top. I'll put this under the stronger lamp in just a minute. Here's one of the mushrooms. Here's the inside of that mushroom. I need to charge this before New Year's, that way I have it to help out. see here. Alright. Here's your other mushroom. There we go. There are your little moons. I'm going to throw this under the bigger lamp. And here are the little, like, dewdrop. Some are bigger. So you can make your own, like, little dewdrops, little embellishments. In whatever colors you need them. There are those. This one has a little piece on it. Let's see. Still got a couple things underneath the lamp. Let's see, here are these butterflies that we put all kinds of colors in. This one had an overpour. I need to clean that up. Like I said, you can just take scissors. You can take a deburring tool. Craft knife would work. Butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. There's one that's got a bunch of the colors in it. This one had the pinks and the oranges. What do we have left? Okay, we have this mold that I was using the UV one on, or my little lamp. Let's see. But you can see we made a bunch of projects quickly. You can definitely, use these for whatever you need, these little flowers. You can paint these easily. They even have a resin now that's called hand painter's resin. It's really cool. I need to get some because you can pipe it like you do for a cake, and you can do all kinds of drips. I saw yesterday the one lady I follow, she was making a honey pot, and she made the honey drips off the side of the jar. It was so cute. And that resin just stays wherever you pipe it. Really cool. Like I said, I'll clean these up better when the paint's completely dry. And I'll spray it with the alcohol and get the rest of the excess paint off of it. But just some ideas for you to do with UV resin. You could, if you have these molds and you do epoxy, you could do these in epoxy resin. You don't, it doesn't just have to be UV resin. I just wanted to show you guys a quick way of doing things. If you have a project that you need just a little something for, or you know, a last minute gift, you could have people over, you could disappear to your craft room for 5 minutes and come out with something to give to somebody that, you know, showed up unexpectedly and you don't want them to be like empty-handed. You can go in there and make something really quick and they'll never know. Look, I'm gonna flip this mold over and then I should be able to take everything out and we will see what we had in that mold. But just look at all these projects that were done very quickly. Just gonna clean up the sides of this one. Wait for the rest of that paint to dry. So definitely come stop by at least on New Year's Eve if you're home doing nothing. At least stop by and chat with us. Let's see, this should be okay now. There we go. Little star, another little star, a little butterfly. Here's a little heart, another little star, and the heart with the drips, the one I stuck my hand in. So there you go, guys. There's a bunch of projects, start to finish, in a very short amount of time. And I will talk to you guys on the next video. Bye.